Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome. We have literally got hundreds of people on this call tonight from coast to coast around the world: Australia, Canada, United States, the Virgin Islands, the Caribbean, Mexico, Hawaii. I'll tell you what, it is an exciting time to be at NXR Global and VStream. Last night's call was packed out. Tonight's the product call we're doing each and every Wednesday night. My name is Alan Hordell, and I'm coming to you live from Saskatchewan, Canada. I've been with the company since it started, going back to May of 1999. That's right, folks. 16 years ago, this company was formulated by three great, or a great family, I shouldn't say three great men and a great family, the Bremner family, Mr. Bob Bremner, Blair Bremner, and David Bremner, as well as Christy and the rest of them. And I'll tell you what, the last 16 has been a ride of my life. Being in the industry for 38 years full time, just about half of that being with the same company, and not too many people can say that. And the reason I've been here is because when we started this company with one product, the O2 hydration, it expanded into multiple products. The new silver solution came along, the only patented silver in the world. We'll give you out some websites tonight that you can go and visit and see all the work that's been involved with the patents on that incredible product, to the amazing products that we brought years after. We've done hundreds of millions of dollars of business in around 54 countries around the world, and I'll tell you what, it's just getting better and better. And as you all know, we went into the media. We went into the media business, the streaming business. The last year, we're just a little over a year into the streaming, into the V-streams, and that has absolutely taken fire like I've never seen anything. A product just like the rest of our products has taken to the marketplace. People have grabbed the product, taken it out there, and really, really done a magnificent job of marketing it. And, thanks to what we've done in Virginia, Mechanicsville, and thanks to what we've done around the world, our company is well known now, well established, with great support staff, great building, great everything. And I'll tell you what, some of the conventions we've had in the Bahamas and Florida and everywhere else has just been spectacular. And I know it's just not just going to be more conventions coming up. But we're going to get right down to business. And every Wednesday night, we talk about our products. But first of all, I want to tell everybody we don't diagnose, we don't prescribe. Our products simply got the ingredients in them that gets the body what it's supposed to do and keep you healthy and keep you energized, keep you mobile, and actually it works as even decreasing the lifespan. I know Bob, our illustrious owner and founder of our company, this man has actually probably gone back 20 years in age-wise instead of gaining 20 years because of the products that we've been using, and it's just absolutely spectacular. So without any further delay, I'm going to bring on our founder, the president of the company, Mr. Bob Bremner. Bob, are you there?
Yes, Alan, thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can hear you just fine, Bob.
Okay, super. Tonight I want to spend a few minutes talking about some things that we can do with our lifestyle to help the products do what they do. We have some fabulous products, but so many of us, I know for most of my life, for the first really 55, almost 60 years, I ate the wrong foods, I did the wrong things, and it all had an accumulative effect on my health. And I want to just go over just a few things that we should try to look at in our diet and perhaps eliminate a few things, and it'll just increase the effectiveness of our products when they don't have to be overcoming the intake of the wrong types of foods all the time. The first thing I want to look at is the different kind of oils that we use. It's much, there was a time when they told us, use margarine instead of butter. Well, I never really believed that, and now all the research has come out now that butter is far superior as far as being able to digest it than margarine. Margarine is a completely artificial product. It's made with oil that has been, the oil molecule is split apart with nickel and then packed with hydrogen so that it is a solid at room temperature. Well, your body has no idea how to digest this artificial product, and many times it's stored just under the skin, and it accumulates as fat because your body just can't really process and get rid of it. It's much, much better to use butter, than margarine. We cook with all different kinds of oils and use oil on salads, and many people use corn oil, soybean oil, canola oil, and different oils that are actually made not from squeezing a product and getting oil. For instance, I talk to people and say, well, where do you think corn oil comes from? They say, well, they just squeeze it and the oil comes out. Well, there's no oil in a kernel of corn. And just like there's no corn syrup in the kernel of corn, they use the starch in the corn in a chemical factory as the raw material to chemically manufacture corn oil and corn syrup. Both of those are completely not natural products, and we should absolutely stay away from them if we can. The same thing with soybean oil. Canola oil has been pushed on us as the healthy oil. Well, most people have no idea what canola oil is. The CAN in the name canola stands for Canada. The O is oil, low acid, canola. It was actually first, it's made from rapeseed, which is it's over 100 times more toxic than soybeans, and it was actually put in the marketplace because it was originally made. The rapeseed was used to manufacture oils for paint. Well, they had these oil that didn't quite come to the paint standard, so they figured out a way to market them as a vegetable oil, and they've done a tremendous job because, you find canola oil and most people think, oh, my goodness, it's so healthy. Well, it's not healthy at all. We shouldn't be using any kind of oil in a diet that you couldn't take the source of the oil and squeeze whatever it is, whether it's an olive or a peanut or a sunflower seed or grape seed or something like that, and actually get oil out. When you squeeze an olive, you get olive oil. It's not has to be processed. It's a true, real oil, and your body knows exactly what to do with it. In fact, there was a study done. It was actually being done on the Mediterranean diet because they noticed that the people that lived around the Mediterranean Sea, especially in France, had a very high fat intake but extremely low incidence of heart disease. And their fat was mainly from these olive oil and natural oils. And so they began to experiment with the people, and they increased in a study group, let one group have a pint of olive oil every week, and their incidence of heart disease went way down, as well as their cholesterol levels. So these healthy oils are extremely good for us. We need oil in our body, but make sure it's an actual oil from a plant or a substance that when they squeeze it, they actually get the oil out. The other thing is, on the corn syrup side, if you look on labels, anything that's sweetened in a processed food contains high fructose corn syrup. And high fructose corn syrup is a single sugar molecule that does not have to be digested. It's absorbed straight through from the stomach right into the blood. At least with sugar like cane sugar, dextrose, it's two molecules that have to be split apart with an enzyme before it can be absorbed. But corn syrup goes straight into our blood. And if you look on labels, for instance, you read the label for ketchup. Many times in a ketchup bottle, it'll be the number one ingredient, corn syrup. They're listed as High fructose corn syrup will be the number one ingredient in the product, and the next ingredient will be corn syrup, because they're different, and so they can label them differently to make it appear that there's not as much sugar in it as it appears. But in the average diet today in the United States of America, probably around the world for that matter, but at least in this country, the average per capita consumption of sugar now is approaching 1/2 pound of sugar per day. And it is overwhelming our bodies it's a very has very negative effect. One thing, sugar is acidic, and so that's one thing that drives our bodies into this acidic state. There are literally tests that people can do to determine the amount of acid in their body, and of course, when our bodies are acidic, it sets up an environment that supports cancer. The other things we need to do is cut out, for the most part, if we can, products that contain flour. Any kind of, doesn't matter whether it's whole grain or white flour. All of our grain today is genetically modified, and it contains a lot more gluten than any natural grain did, that our ancestors had. And because of that, we now have all these people with the gluten intolerant and lactose intolerant, all of these things. It's just, it just causes a tremendous problem. When I want to make a sandwich, I use something called Ezekiel bread, and it's bread made from sprouted grains, which are alkalizing to the body, whereas whole grain products are acid forming. So some of these little things that we can do, make sure we drink plenty of water, and at least some of that water should be fortified with the O2 performance hydration, so that it not only raises the pH of our body, but it neutralizes free radicals. We live in an environment today that is saturated with free radicals. When you go to the self-serve, to fill your gas up at the self-serve gas pump, you breathe in more fat-soluble, carcinogenic hydrocarbons into your body in a minute than your ancestors breathed into their bodies in an entire lifetime. And these free radicals immediately begin to attack DNA, different parts of the cells, and cause mutations, which can lead to cancers and all sorts of other diseases. And the O2 performance hydration neutralizes these free radicals and gets them out of your system before they can actually do the damage. We age because of an accumulation of free radical damage. If you could stop the damage, you would decrease the rate at which you age. And you can do it in a way that not only can you live longer, you can live healthier. The idea, who would want to live 15 years longer if they were completely sick all the time? What happens if we live 15 years longer and we're completely healthy? That would be a pretty good thing. Many of the foods we have today are lacking in vitamins because the soils that our plants are grown in has been depleted of trace minerals. And so if you want to get all of the nutrients that you need, there's no alternative except a supplement. And we think we have the best vitamin supplement. It's a New Body liquid vitamin, has 211 ingredients. It has every nutrient essential to the human body, including amino acids, minerals, and vitamins. And just one capsule of 1 ounce of it a day will supply the body with the basic building blocks that it needs to stay healthy. And we've talked about this product quite a bit, but the other product that is so needed in our culture today is a New Body metabolic balance. because there's one nutrient that is it's missing from the foods we eat. 90% of all people in North America are critically deficient in the nutrient, and the deficiency of this particular vitamin, this nutrient, causes adult-onset diabetes. And it's preventable. And in many times, the symptoms can completely be alleviated if you've got either pre-diabetic symptoms or real full-blown type 2 diabetes. We've got just so many people that have been helped with this product. It's like we've all heard of a disease called scurvy. Well, scurvy is caused by the lack of the nutrient vitamin C. And if everybody on this call tonight, if we took vitamin C out of our diets, every single person would get scurvy. Some would get it in a few months. Some it may take a year, 2 years, depending on our body metabolism and makeup. We wouldn't get it all at the same time, but we would eventually get it. And this nutrient, because of the lack of this particular nutrient in our food and in our diets, right now 1 out of every 5 people in North America are pre-diabetic. I mean, that's like 60 million people in this country are pre-diabetic right now, and it's an epidemic, and it's tragic because in 80% or more of the cases, it could completely be eliminated simply by getting this particular nutrient that we have in this product. And so that's another what I call a foundational product. It's not, don't wait until you get diabetes to use this. Use it now while you're healthy so you won't get diabetes in the future, because if you don't, then you probably will. And diabetes is a horrible, horrible disease. It causes, something called neuropathy, where it actually, the blood clots where the arteries turn back to veins at the very end of the extremities, in your toes and fingers. And the capillaries are so small that only one blood molecule can get through at a time. Well, when you have diabetes, the blood clumps together, and the circulation is affected, and people get their toes amputated, and then their feet and so forth, and it's terrible. But this product, you should add this to your daily regimen of supplements, and do it faithfully every single day. But we have lots of other products. I don't want to take time to go into a lot more tonight, but there's lots of things that we can do to help the products by changing just a few of the things we eat. Be conscious of the fact that foods cause either an acid forming in our bodies or alkaline forming, and all fruits and vegetables are alkalizing to the body. All meats and whole grains are acidifying. So that means turkey and roast beef and so forth form acid in our bodies, but the broccoli and the cabbage and the cauliflower form alkaline, which offsets it. And if you would try to eat about 80% alkalizing and 20% acid foods, you would do your body a huge, huge favor. But the O2 Performance Hydration can overcome a lot of the problems associated with this acid buildup. Blair's put up this New Body Flex Support. This is a great product for joint health, because we have so many people with aches and pains and especially joint problems And if you do, try this product, the New Body Flex Support, the FS. It's a tremendously, tremendously good product. Well, Alan, why don't we got about 10 minutes left. Let's see if people have any questions they would like to ask.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you something, Bob. The information you've given in the last 20 minutes is just absolutely right on. It's information that people just really, really need to have, especially on the diabetes. I mean, we've got, and you're talking to somebody right here. I wound up with type 2 as a type 2 diabetic 10 years ago, or not quite, probably 6 years ago. I beat it already because of exercise and diet and antioxidants. And just today, Leanne and I were talking. We came back from our exercise this morning, and we were driving back, and we were talking about antioxidants and free radicals and how the aging process of the body. And I tell you what, Bob, that information that you give is just unbelievable. You know what, folks? We've been doing this call for 13 years, and the information you're going to get here, you're not going to get anywhere else in this industry. I can honestly tell you, you don't get information like this from any company or get products with our ingredients like you do with NXR Global. So anybody got any questions, just hit *6 on their phone right now. It doesn't matter what questions you have, just hit *6, and we'll open up for questions. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there any the product that you were talking about for diabetes?
Yeah.
What's
Go
the
ahead,
name
Bob.
of it?
It's on this. If you're on the computer right now, it's a product that's on the screen. It's New Body, M like metabolic, B like balance. New Body, MB.
New Body MC. Okay, I'm on my phone.
New Body MB, yes, correct.
M like mother,
Okay.
B like boy.
Okay, when I get home, I'll check my back office.
Yeah, New Body MB. Next question,
Yeah,
please.
and anybody that's
Thank you.
that is at the Pro Perks level, you can buy this product for half price. So.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that, folks. You're on the Pro Perk. It's amazing, 50% off all Neutronics products, and our products, even at the regular price, are big savings. But when you get 50% off, it's absolutely amazing. Next question, please.
Hey,
Yes,
this is Evelyn. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Beverly.
Hey, I just wanted to say for the gentleman who asked about the New Body for the diabetic problem, I was diagnosed as pre-diabetes, and I've been taking that tablet since December, and my A1C has been affected big time from that tablet. That's all I wanted to tell the gentleman. So people who have, the pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes and diabetic, just get that tablet, and you will see a physical change in your health. Thank you.
Beverly, thank you so much for that testimonial, and you're absolutely exactly correct. Next question, please.
Yes,
hello.
Hello.
Go ahead, one at a time, please.
Go
ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
I had a question. I'm calling from Toronto, Canada.
Okay, go ahead, Toronto, Canada.
Yes, I know that from the series of testimonials over the years, I want to know which product, the testimony has been given concerning cataract infection that is more effective than any other one.
You're talking about for infections and bacteria?
Yeah, from the testimonies we've had over the years, I'm sure one could look at the testimony and use any of the testimonies to know which product.
First of all, you're talking about the New Silver Solution, and I'm going to give everybody a website right now. It's called Healthy Again, all one word, healthyagain.ca, Charlie Apple, like Canada. So healthyagain.ca. And that's got a lot of information and a lot of testimonials. It's also got the USA patent on it, as well as it's got the Canadian patent. You're calling from Toronto. I'm also in Canada. It took us 11 years to get the patents in Canada on that as well. But it is the nano silver. It comes both in a liquid for internal, one tablespoon a day, and then it's also, we've got the gel for external for wounds, sunburns, cuts, scrapes, infections. So we have the gel as well. So healthyagain.ca will give you all the information you want to know about those products.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. Next question.
Hi,
We'll go with the lady first.
Hi, this is Kathy from Virginia, and I have a question. I am diabetic. My sugars run from between 400 and 700 daily. I am not able to take metformin nor insulin. Makes me very, very ill. So do I need just the metabolic balance, or do I need something else along with it?
Go ahead, Bob.
Well, what are you taking now?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, well, all I would say is try it. And I would start out with just taking one of the capsules a day for a couple days, and then 2 a day, and then build up to 3 a day. But try it. You might be very, very surprised at how effective it is in helping blood sugar. I had
I would certainly shout out to the whole world if it would help me, because I'm starting to get the the feeling of the bees in my hands and feet, and my hands are getting to the point where I'm having a hard time using them, and my eyesight's going. So this would just be an answer to prayer for me.
Yeah. Well, I had a lady just a couple months ago that her A1C was 14.1, and we got her on the product, and in 30 days it was down to 7.1.
Oh my goodness, that would be so wonderful. Yeah, my A1C is running around. Probably the last time it was checked, it was around 17.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be amazed at what happens. And the product doesn't interfere with any drug. It has no pharmacological effect whatsoever. There are no drugs. There are no chemicals. It's simply nutrients that used to be in our food that aren't anymore. And your body is just crying for this nutrient. I mean, it is just, so just, try it. We've had people that, we had a lady on here from Oklahoma who was diabetic for 20 years. She had been on insulin for 5 years, was in renal failure, getting ready to go on dialysis when she found this product, and it was in August, and by Christmas, her doctor had taken her off all of insulin. Her kidney function had returned to normal, and by March, her doctor took off every prescription drug.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I have prayed for an answer. Thank you so much, Bob. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Next question.
Yeah, could you tell me if it has vitamin K in it?
The liquid vitamin has vitamin K.
Okay, is there a powder that does not have vitamin K in?
The liquid vitamin is a liquid, actually.
And you say it does have vitamin K.
Are you trying to get vitamin K? I mean, is that?
No, I can't have vitamin K.
Okay. Well, don't eat parsley then.
Oh, and
that's
kale,
parsley,
spinach.
It has
kale
a
or spinach as well.
Concentration of any other plant. So.
Next question, please.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Bob,
Hello?
somebody was asking at the top of before they came on the call, and you know what? I can't even remember when we changed the name to Neutronics. Who came up with the name Neutronics, by the way?
My daughter, Kristen.
That's what I thought.
She was actually, we were trying to think of a name, and she was and her family were headed down to Florida for a vacation, and she was on the plane, and the Neutronics, when she landed, she said, "Dad, I think I got a really good, nice, I like this name, and what do you think?" And the second she said it, I said, "That's the name, Neutronics."
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
I have a quick
just
question.
hit star six to unmute your phones. We've got a couple minutes left. We'll take a couple more questions. Next question.
Yes. That site you said, was that healthyagain.com?
No. .ca. Charlie Apple. CA.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let me write this again.
Healthyagain.ca. Short for Canada. Healthyagain. No, just don't even worry about WWs. All you have to do, you can go into your browser. You don't need WWs no more on the internet. All you have to do is go into your browser, Firefox or Internet Explorer. Just type in healthyagain.ca. Charlie Apple.
Oh, okay. CA. I got you.
Charlie Apple. That's correct.
CA. Okay. Thank you.
There is no WWs required on the internet anymore.
Okay. Healthyagain.ca. Thank you much.
.ca.
Yeah, right. .ca. Okay.
Just like .com, but .ca. Next question, please. Well, Bob, this has been a great call tonight. I'm going to let you close off the call. We're down past 30 minutes. We do this call each and every Wednesday night, folks. Don't forget about the V-Stream call tomorrow night. Bob, why don't you close off the call?
Well, I appreciate everybody's, getting on the call and taking the time. But and I would encourage you. In fact, we think the New Body product is so important that in our $2.99 starter pack, which includes the V-Stream and the antenna, we're putting 2 bottles of that New Body in that pack, simply because we just want people to take that product. You really can't overdose on vitamins. You can't take too many, but you can certainly take too little. And I would much prefer to err on the side of too much than too little, because if you're missing, our body needs 76 minerals, and in addition to all the vitamins, and if you're missing one of those minerals, you have compromised your health. And so it's important. I mean, if you want to live a long and healthy life, then there's no alternative. And the way our food is grown and processed, there's no alternative except you must supplement. And we have tried to find the most effective and the best quality supplements available anywhere in the world, and we think we've done that. And I would just encourage people to try the products, use the products, and make it a lifestyle. Health is not by accident. It's something that we can attain, but it takes, and many times, a lifestyle change. But it's whatever change it is, it's worth it. So again, thank you for getting on the call, and we will do this again next Wednesday.
Bob, are these calls recorded?
Yes, these calls are recorded. Good night, everybody.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
I don't even know what that rapper is. I'm going to hang up, TJ. Oh, that was awesome.